another one to show you. We've got a Penn State watch. So, custom dial that we went and painted in blue. Then for the bezel, we had to remove the black paint all the way around and then hand paint it the same matching blue as the background. It's a nice enamel. In different lights, you can kind of see kind of some nice, kind of cool reflective to it. Whenever they acid etch that dial, you get little striations in the metal. So whenever you put that enamel on there, it kind of gives it a nice, like, I don't know, it's a weird pop of color. So you don't get that obviously when you throw it in here because it's nice and smooth going around here. So hand painted blue, hand painted bezel, brushed case, brushed bezel as well. We did the PSU on the crown. I did a white and blue handset. I did a blue as close to that as possible because I kind of like that kind of ghosted look to it. Obviously from the angles you can see it. It's not quite the same blue. But this has a tip of white. This has a longer tip of white. And then this is a hand-painted second sand. Did slightly a different blue on that one just so that it would stand out a bit. Lower profile exhibition case back on it. Steel movement holder. Silver rotor in there. And then he wanted the Nittany Lions logo there on the crown, so we did the Nittany Lions. And then very vague, you can see Penn State right under there. So pretty cool how that turned out. Kind of ghosted on there. So it's not as bold as what there on the crown. But thought it turned out to be a pretty awesome looking watch. So this is also brushed. So you've got a brushed case, brushed bezel, brushed engineered band, and then I guess technically this back piece back here is also brushed, circle brushed. But that is the build as a whole. I hope he likes it. I thought it came out pretty awesome. You can turn your bezels left and right. I made it a little bit tighter. When I do that, I wrap dental floss around there and then snap these on, and it makes it a little bit tighter because whenever you deal with the donor watch, man, these things you can almost spin them like Wheel of Fortune on here or something. So that's the bezel. So it'll turn left, it'll turn right. It does not click. I have a tiny, I thought I saw on the screen there, a tiny bit of blue on the tin. I'll have to double check that, make sure there's none stayed up on there. So gotta hit it with a little bit of acetone, knock it off. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, like if you're driving or something like that, make sure you pre-wind it a bit. And you will back the crown off the threads until you hear it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is a turn away from you. Backwards doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier and quicker to wind back and forth. If you do it for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, you will keep time throughout the day. If you do it for something closer to 15, 20 seconds, you will max out your 31 plus power reserve, which is what I do, to make sure these are good the next day, as I'm not wearing around the watch. So pull it to the one and only click. You can now set your time. It's not a hacking movement, so it's just going to keep going. You'll notice you've got a wobble crown. It's going to deflect lateral pressure from going into the stem into the movement. It also has a clutch system in there that you get a side impact into the crown. It won't transfer into the movement. But what I do is I just kind of hold back a little bit. Don't put any pressures on it left or right. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 2:37 p.m.
2:37 p.m. Just push it right back over and thread it back down. So that is your build, man. I'll check out that tin real quick. I think that it just missed a little bit whenever we were acetoning everything off. So, but that is your build, man. I hope you like it. I thought it turned out pretty killer. And if you want me to make you something custom and unique, reach out and I will see what I can do. Oh shit, I need to get into the rest of it. You're obviously going to get matching beads. So whether you wear them is completely up to you. On yours, we did... Why does my phone never focus? Just focus, man. You Penn State. You can't quite... There you can kind of see. It's done in blue, but it's a little bit tougher to see. Every build comes with watch cleaners. This is good on all gloss and metal parts. This whole watch. And then some Novus 2. This is just some fine scratch remover repackaged from Amazon. Basically like a poly watch. This is an acrylic glass, and if you scratch it, put a tiny bit on it, a tiny bit, you'll see why. A tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And buff it out using your included microfiber. I'm almost out of all mine, so this one's a bit thicker, so I'm going to just send that with this one. And it's blue. But use your thumb, generate some heat behind it. You will knock that out quickly. Only use a tiny bit because you're just feeling a scratch. And that's going to come out, and you're going to have all kinds left over. And it's going to feel like pledge on wood, and you're going to go, this is slick as hell. But you don't want to push it in down around here, otherwise you're going to need to get canned air. Make sure you get it out. So that's it, man. That's your build. And once again, if you want me to build you something custom unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.